So IPAs have always been a little bit of a blind spot for me. There was a period of time where I couldn't stand them. Just the taste of it didn't do it for me. Eventually, I think it was probably it was a double IPA from Firestone Walker that started getting me more into them, but that's because that one had a higher malt quotient to it. The one IPA that probably really opened my eyes was Bell's Hop Slam. Got to have that once. Got a bottle of it from a friend of mine because I don't get Bell's out here. But that said, with IPAs being a bit of a blind spot for me, describing this one is going to be tough, as it always is. This is Stone's Delicious IPA. This is a new one they've got out. It is touted as being at least gluten-reduced, if not gluten-free. Unless it's on tap, then they can't quite attest to the gluten-freeness of it. Now, when describing IPAs, I don't like to use the word hoppy because really, when you think about it, all beers are hoppy to some respect just by their very nature. So I'll tend to use more hop forward when I'm talking about a, quote, hoppy beer. But I'm going to try and describe this one the best I can. Going by the label here, you have an India Pale Ale with lemon drop and Eldorado hops. I am not good at identifying individual hops either. I am garbage at that. The best education tool I've had for that thus far was Sam Adams' Latitude 48 Deconstructed pack, where it had all the individual hops used in Latitude 48 in individual beers. And that helped me a little bit, kind of trying to figure out what's what, the more piney aromas, the more citrusy aromas and flavors, things like that. So you can see this right here. This is, you know, it looks like an IPA, very, very nice kind of amberish color to it. And you get that kind of, see, you get that hop forward smell off of it. I still got to catch myself sometimes with that. That kind of bitter aroma to it. Again, I know I'm not going to describe this for shit, but I'm going to try. Not as bitter as a lot of other IPAs I've had from Stone, the ones that are real hop bombs. I'm getting a little bit of a kind of bite off of it, and I'm guessing that is the lemon drop. From things I've read about it, people have tried to equate the lemon drop to almost like a lemon candy flavor, and I do get a little bit of that bite from it. To be honest, if you told me after I drank this that it was gluten-free, I probably wouldn't have believed you. I've had a lot of different gluten-free beers. Some ranging from just god-awful, like almost drain pours, into some really quite decent ones. Glutenberg, for instance, does some really well-done gluten-free beers. So let me go again at this. As far as an IPA goes, it's very, very mild. Mild on the palate. Doesn't smack you across the face with the bitterness of the hops. And again, I'm getting that bite, which is nice. It's nice and relaxing. The flavor profile almost reminds me a little bit of Stone's go-to IPA, their session IPA, but this one clocks in at 7.7% ABV, so it's definitely not a session IPA. See if there's anything else on the label here that might be relevant to it. I don't want to just read off the whole label. They say on here, the beer was fermented from barley, a grain containing gluten, crafted to reduce gluten, and I know there's an enzyme that they use to do that. The gluten content of this beer cannot be verified, and this beer may contain gluten. So it's not a true gluten-free, it's more of a gluten-reduced. If you're on a gluten-free diet, you can try this, especially if you have celiac. Your mileage may vary with this. You may get some discomfort, but you got to try the different ones, see kind of where it takes you. That said, I really enjoy this. nice and crisp, very relaxing kind of brew. I have not found this in 6-packs yet out here. I actually got this as part of a Stone variety pack that came with the Cali Belgique IPA, Ruination IPA, and the Arrogant Bastard Ale. Well worth it. Love my variety packs. So, Stone Delicious IPA. If you can find this and you enjoy Stone's IPAs, check this out. You may be able to pinpoint things in it better than I can. Anybody that has any advice for me to be able to assess IPAs and assess hops a little bit better, I am welcome to suggestions. You can put it in the YouTube comment. You can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/group/alcohol-by-volume. And you could even call into my show. It's on Tuesday nights, 6 to 8 p.m. on morelikeradio.com. That's Alcohol by Volume. And I will see you guys for the next review.